Hey guys, it's Akila here, back with another video. So for today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys some college freshman advice. This is for all my upcoming freshmen getting ready to start college. I know you guys are probably nervous, so I'm going to give you the real tea on what it's really like. So before I get into that, let me tell you a little bit about me. So I'm a upcoming sophomore at Georgia Tech in Atlanta, and I'm a civil engineering major. And yeah, I just want to make this video for anybody who really wants to know like what college is actually like. First semester, your freshman year, you're not going to be taking as many classes as you took in high school. Like, I know when I was in high school, I took 8 classes all at one time. Like, it's not going to be like that. You get to make your own schedule when you're in college, which is good because you get to pick out what works for you. So you're probably not going to be taking more than 5 classes. So some advice that I would give you is don't be afraid to take morning classes. Like, you're going to hear a lot of people tell you, don't take 8 a.m.s. It's not like high school when you used to wake up at 7 a.m. and like do all this stuff. Like, for me, taking morning classes was helpful. It helped me learn how to structure my day better. I found out for myself that going to bed early and waking up early just makes me more productive overall. Because when you're in college, you're gonna have a lot of work. Course load is going to be heavy. In high school, I was in AP and IB classes, and you thought that was a lot of work. In college, it's even worse. Like even taking those hard classes, the college course load was still very heavy compared to what I was used to, like the amount of homework, everything. So yeah, you're gonna have time to do your homework, time to study outside of doing your homework. Even just the overall concepts is harder. College is going to be hard no matter what college, university, institution, no matter where you go, it's going to be hard. So obviously be prepared for a challenge. But yeah, like I was saying, the reason why I say it's good to do morning classes is because you have more time in your day. When you start your day earlier, you're done with classes earlier. So for example, last semester, I had an 8 a.m. class, but I was done with my classes by like 1:30, and then I would go eat lunch, and then boom, the rest of my day was free. So it's like when you have all that extra time, that's time that you can study, time that you can do homework, time that you can do really whatever you need to do. And also when you start your day early, in college, you have much bigger gaps in between your classes. So like I was using my schedule, for example, I had a class from 8 a.m. to about 9:20, I think, and then my next class wasn't until 12:30. So what you could do, if you're so tired, of course, you could go take a nap or whatever. But like once I get my day started, I like to keep it going, you know? So once you finish that class, you have 3 whole hours to do work, study, sit in the library, and get stuff done. Block out that time to just focus. And especially early in the morning, a lot of people aren't up early. Like the library is going to be silent because there's not a lot of people in there working. So that's the perfect time to go do your work. So at the end of the day, do what works for you. But something that I've found is when you start your day early, it makes being productive a lot more easy. You'd be surprised how much stuff you can get done in a day. Like, you know, people talk about, oh, we have 24 hours in a day. I feel like waking up early really helps you see how you can make use of those 24 hours. Study with friends. Like, even if you and your friend are studying for 2 different subjects, just being there in each other's presence can help, because I don't like to study. I think studying is boring. It's hard for me to I'm like, oh, this isn't being graded. I don't want to do it. So something that helped me study was just going with like a group of friends to the library, not talking, of course. I mean, we would talk like sometimes, to be honest, but like try not to talk to each other and just be focused doing your work while other people are focused doing their work. You know, it rubs off on you. You see somebody else being productive, you want to be productive. Like, It's just a good way to get stuff done. Get sleep. Go to sleep. Get your rest. Sleep is important. A lot of people in college, like, they like to pull all-nighters, stay up all night to do homework, stay up all night to study before a test, cramming. Don't do that. You're supposed to get at least 7 hours of sleep every night, and I know that can be hard sometimes. Like, I know that's something I've struggled with, but like, you have to be proactive and you have to be disciplined. If you prioritize having a healthy sleep schedule, if it's something you really want to do, you will do it. So prioritize getting your sleep. At a certain point, say this can wait until tomorrow, or be organized with your time. So you have a set amount of time, which is like, okay, from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, I'm going to work on this assignment, then I'm going to take a shower, and I'm going to get in the bed, and I'm going to go to sleep. Like, get your sleep. Don't stay up all night. Don't do it. Another piece of advice that I have is to stay active. In college, don't have PE. It's not like high school. Nobody's forcing you to work out and exercise and all of that. Once again, like I was saying before, you become very independent, and it sets you up for when you're living on your own in like the real world as an adult. Physical fitness and physical health is very important, and it's part of being a full functioning adult. Getting exercise is part of being a well-rounded person, and that's what you want to do. Exercising is very beneficial. If you're stressed out over an assignment or something like that, just taking a break to work out, it can be very helpful. It can help you make friends. I know in my experience, my neighbor in my residence hall became friends, and we really bonded the most when we would go to the gym together on the weekends. So find somebody who has similar interests and goals as far as like their physical fitness, and go work out with them. Stay active, especially if when you were in high school you used to be an athlete and you used to play sports. Don't let that go. Stay active. I know it can be hard. I used to run track in high school, and my first semester, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't think I really worked out at all. But second semester, I made time, even if it's just like a little workout in your room, because I know some people are like self-conscious about going to the gym. I had a yoga mat. One of my friends, she was so kind and gifted me a yoga mat, and I started doing Pilates in my dorm room. Like, literally, get a yoga mat, start working out in your room. Just try to find ways to stay fit and stay healthy. Another piece of advice I have is to just talk to people. Don't be scared to talk to people in your classes. Like, when class is over, maybe the person you're sitting next to, you could spark up a conversation. I know a good time to talk to people could be in the dining hall. If you see somebody you recognize like sitting by themselves, you could sit with them. Just don't be afraid to talk to people, because in college, especially as a first year, a lot of people are looking and open to making new friends, and the only way you can be friends with someone is by talking to them. Take that chance, because you never know who could end up being your best friend. Make those connections. And also going to club meetings. There's a lot of pages on Instagram for like clubs and just events happening on campus. Don't be discouraged by bad grades. If you were used to like getting all A's on your tests in high school and stuff like that, and now you're in college and you seem to just be struggling, it's okay. Like, college is an adjustment. Like, I'll literally give y'all an example from my life. Like, when I was in high school, I used to get like straight A's, and I came to college and every single chemistry test I took, I failed. But there's like other ways to like get points in classes. Like, you know, there's tests obviously, which make up like a good bit of your grade, but then you also have like homework. Like, you know, usually balances out. Like, tests are worth a lot, but they're not everything. Like, if you fail a test, it's gonna be okay. It's like a learning curve, trying to figure out how do I study for this class, you know, because in some cases, I'm gonna be honest, studying the material is not the best thing to do. Test questions. If your teacher gives you a practice test, do that practice test. Do the practice test over and over and over, because those practice tests that the teachers give you are past exams. And a lot of teachers are lazy. they recycle their exam questions, or if they change it, it's just a little detail. Like, it'll be the same test, and it shows you the type of questions that they ask, so you can kind of see what they're looking for. Instead of trying to go back and memorize everything you learned that unit, don't do that. Do the practice test. The teacher gives you practice test, learn the practice test, become the practice test. Once I started doing that, that's when I started passing my test. Don't be too down about your grade. Your first semester is a learning curve. It's an adjustment. You're gonna struggle. You might succeed. Some people just go and they do great, and some people don't, and that's okay. If you don't achieve what you wanted to in first semester, second semester, you can always come back. Don't give up on yourself. Don't get frustrated. Hang in there. Use your resources. You may not have done tutoring in high school and college. If you're struggling, if you're having a hard time, don't be afraid to get a tutor. There's an app called Knack where you can get tutors from your school for free, and you can chat with them instantly and schedule a tutoring appointment. Your school offers like a help desk or office hours. Well, every school should have office hours, but like if you need help with something, do not be afraid to use the resources that the school provides, because it can really make a difference in the long run. It can help you get your homework done, because homework can make or break your grade. Like I was saying, I was failing these tests and stuff, but I had 100 in my homework category, because one thing about me, I was getting that homework done. But even when I didn't know how to do the homework, some of my friends didn't know. So what's the next step? Tutoring. Do what you need to do to get the grades that you want. A big piece of advice I have is, if you don't have an iPad, get an iPad. An iPad is like essential for college. So you can do math on your iPad, like download like a little notes app, GoodNotes, download that, do your math homework on there, and it saves you so much paper, and it's just like fun writing on the iPad. But like seriously, the iPad will make your backpack lighter. So you don't have to be carrying around like 3 notebooks anymore and a binder and all of that. Like, all I keep in my backpack is my laptop, my iPad, and a folder in case I get any like paper handouts. But yeah, you don't even need to have a whole bunch of pencils and pens. As long as you have your Apple Pencil, you're good. So get an iPad and an Apple Pencil. Essential, okay? Other thing, don't forget about your people at home. Your friends from high school, your family. That's your support. When you're stressed, when you're sad, when you're going through stuff, of course, like, you have your new friends that you made at college, but those are the people who have been with you this whole time. They've been with you along on your journey. Those are the people who you can talk to, who you can lean on, the people who are going to be there for you. Don't drop all contact with them. Like, I had 2 friends from high school who ended up going to a different college. In our group chat, we texted in our group chat every day. Like, our group chat did not die. I was still talking to my mom, my dad, and my grandparents weekly. Don't lose contact with them, because they care about you and they want to see you succeed. And also, if you have buses at your school, learn the routes. Taking the bus can save you time. If you don't feel like walking, you can just get on the bus. Like, the buses are useful. It's something that you pay for. It's part of your tuition to be able to go there and stuff. So might as well take the buses. But when I first started riding the buses, I would waste so much time, because I get on the wrong bus and just be like, a bus ride that could have been 5 minutes would take me like 30 minutes, because I'd go around the whole entire campus before I realized, oh, this is where I need to get off at, you know? So like, if you're gonna take the bus, know the routes, because it'll save you a lot of time. So yeah, that about wraps up all my tips and advice. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. My next video, I'm gonna be talking about specific like dorm roommate advice, like I guess living on campus advice. So if you want to see that, make sure you tune in, and I hope you enjoyed.